5 minutes to 8 then, and Gloucestershire very much on your telly last night. On the One Show, if you didn't see it, this is what you missed.
We're actually delighted to reveal that you're one of the winners of this year's BBC Young Reporter of the Year competition, and you're going to get the chance to tell your story on the One Show. How does that sound?
That sounds absolutely amazing.
Daniel, well done, mate. How does it feel now that you've won?
I'm slightly nervous, but I know that everything's going to be fine. We're going to make an amazing story, and I'm excited to make a difference.
That's Roman Kemp telling 17-year-old Daniel from Stroud that he's one of this year's national winners of the Young Reporter competition, and I'm delighted to say that Daniel and Dad Philip are with me this morning. Hello, both.
Hello.
Good morning. Thank you so much for coming in, Daniel. Congratulations. How are you feeling now? It's had a bit of time to sink in.
It's been crazy thinking about it. So many times there's so many moments where I've just realised, and it's still sinking in now.
Be honest, Dad, how many times have you watched that bit back from the One Show?
Oh, quite a few times.
Thought you might say that. Now, we're going to find out a little bit about your story, because this is something which I know is really close to your heart. But tell me a little bit about the competition then, and why you decided to get involved.
So the Young Reporter competition is where young people like me and even younger get a chance to share a story about themselves. And my story is about how I got into cycling because of a bike project, a charity that gave me the equipment that I needed to get into cycling.
And this is obviously something that you're really passionate about. So tell me a little bit more about the project.
So the Access Bike project is based in Stroud, and it turns old disused bikes and it gives them a new life and sells them on again. It acts as a community hub for young people who are interested and even not in bikes, and they can come upgrade their bikes, fix their bikes, and learn amazing skills.
And you say this is something that's sort of really changed your life, being a part of it.
Yes, completely. So most of my free time and other activities revolve around cycling. I do a lot of racing on the weekends, and I make videos about my biking as well on YouTube. And yeah, just most of my friends now are cycling related. So yeah.
Wow. So it really has an impact on you then, and that's obviously why you wanted to kind of write about this then. So what was it like being a part of the process in order to get to this point where you're now one of the national winners?
Well, at first I wasn't even sure if I would enter. I just decided I might give it a go anyway. And wow, we got to work with some cool people from the BBC to make this story more interesting, add to it, and then yeah, it was quite a surprise when I got to the end and suddenly I was one of the 3 national winners.
It's quite nice, isn't it, where you don't necessarily think it's going to go anywhere, and then it sort of spirals out of control a little bit.
Yes, exactly.
So what happens now that you're a winner? Do you know what's going to happen next?
Well, I guess I'm going to be working with someone from the BBC to turn my story into a mini documentary. I guess I might have some creative freedom in making it, which would be really cool, and it'd just be an awesome experience to work with the BBC in making something.
What do some of your friends at Access Bike make of all this then?
Some of them are thinking that it was a bit, I don't know, they're not into this kind of thing as much as me, but I think everyone's pretty excited to see like the project that everyone cares about so much on the a bigger platform.
Yeah, that's good, isn't it? To kind of spread the word and get out there a little bit. And what about you since you were on the telly then? Have you had sort of people stopping in the street yet or what?
Not yet. I haven't been out on the street too much, but yeah, I had loads of messages from friends, and yeah, it's been an amazing response.
Dad, when you hear Daniel talking so passionately about it, what's it like for you?
It's great, yeah, because it is his, cycling's his passion now, and the project's been great in sort of helping him upgrade his equipment and be able to do what he wants to do in the cycling. There's lots of cycling's got so many different things. There's downhill, the jumping, road cycling, cross country cycling. There's so many different things. He's trying a lot of these different things, and it's great.
I mean, you're very brave. I was joined by a mountain biker on the show not too long ago. We were talking about some of the jumps and some of the things that go on, and I just don't think my heart would take it, to be honest, if that was my son doing it. So, do you ever go and watch when he's doing it?
I do, yeah. But the downhill events, they. I mean, he's when he was young. Actually, he came off his bike and broke his collarbone. But since then, he's really developed his skills. When one thing he was involved in was at White's Hill. So helping to reconstruct or create a little bike park with some ramps and jumps and things. And that's a great place to learn. So he's really developed his skills now. So I'm not as worried.
And I know that Access Park, it's been around for sort of a number of years, hasn't it? But it seems to have just grown and grown and grown since it started.
Yeah, definitely. It's developed a lot. It's had quite a few different project leaders, but all of them have been amazing. Shout out to James. I know you're listening. It's crazy the number of people we get there. Some days, just new people coming in all the time. Like, people come in, they do a couple of upgrades, and then they move on to another thing. And it's just amazing to see how many people get benefits from Access.
Well, I'm sure that will continue as well. And congratulations on the next stages, Young Reporter, and winning the national side of things. And can we catch up when you made the film as well? Would that be all right?
Sure thing.
See how it's going. We'd love to do that. Well, for now, thank you for joining me. And have a great rest of your day. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed. That's Daniel, then one of the national winners of the BBC's Young Reporter competition, along with Dad Philip. It's BBC Radio Gloucestershire, 17 minutes to 8 now.
We celebrate your local heroes.
We are just so blessed.
With people who are committed to helping one another and share sporting success.
Up comes slightly limping captain Lewis Ledlow. There's a big amongst the crowd.
Showcase your talent. Rose Holland's our spotlight artist. Hi. So good to have you on. Give you the news you can trust.
When you come into our service, you are safe in the hands of midwives in Gloucestershire.
And we make you smile.
Can I hear it again?
Follow us on social media and listen on BBC Sounds.